Welcome to the Holy Shhh Sports Podcast season wrap up for the NFL. It's your boy ABE from DET.
I'm that ball bro from the NYC.
It's your boy Rose. He just funny.
Man, we here in the end of the season. Playoffs is this weekend. I enjoyed it, man. This is a damn good season, even though my team did not make the playoffs. I don't think none of our teams did.
Yeah, I'll say join the club, man. We all staying home for the playoffs.
We all staying home for the playoffs. Hey, the hell with it, man. We gonna watch some good playoff football next weekend. We have our picks during the week. Look forward to that. But let's start this thing off with the Cleveland Browns going up against those Cincinnati Bengals. Shador got them the win, but most importantly, Myles Garrett, 23 sacks. He owns the record. And Michael Strahan wanted it to be known for a 17-game season as he did it in 16 games. That does make a big difference. But Shador, a lot of questions about if he's going to be the starter for next year. We shall see. But, Rose, how do you feel about this game? Shador, Myles Garrett, the whole shabazz.
First off, Michael Strahan could sit up there and say how many games it was. Brett Favre still laid down for him, so
right.
It don't matter. As far as Shador did not have the best game, I think, of course, he's still a rookie, so he's gonna have rookie pains and stuff like that. I think, of course, like, again, the defense is the defense. And it's good to see Myles Garrett get that record, just to see them have some kind of accomplishment for the defense. And they really made him fight for that record too. So shout out Myles Garrett. I mean, the Steelers, they currently in a fight right now with the Ravens, leading 13-10, but they could potentially ruin their whole not make the playoffs because they played for him not to get the record. But I think he's very good. I think a lot of people said he looks like the defensive MVP. It's just kind of hard to give that. It's kind of hard to give that title to somebody where the team is not that good. But true. I don't really know no defensive player that's better than him right now. So
I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't one. Well, bro, how you feel about, a lot of people in our comments was actually saying, oh, this was a fake record because Burrow laid down for him. How do you feel about that, man? Favre did the same thing for Strahan.
I know I'm a Giants fan, so I saw the game live, and Rose wasn't lying. Favre laid down for Strahan. It was the same exact situation. Burrow knew the score. Both teams ain't going to the playoffs, so he said, man, why not? He's right there. I'm not going to make him work too hard today. We both going to Cancun on 3 after the game anyway. So fuck it, let him take the record. It was a nice moment, and you know what? I'll give you even the
Cincinnati night.
I'll even give the Cincinnati faithful their respect, the Cincinnati fans, they show proper respect. They cheered for Myles during the when he broke the record. There was a little pause in the action. The referees just giving him an acknowledgement. And I hear Zach Taylor from the head coach of the Bengals didn't like it. I'm like, bro, I just say, you're going to Cancun in a little bit anyway, so whatever. Let him enjoy the moment. And I say, you know what? I don't care if they only won 5 games this year. Myles Garrett should be the defensive player of the year. Why not? He broke a record that's been almost a couple decades held down. And I don't care how many games it is. Listen, in the offensive game that is the NFL today, to get this sack record, I think is still pretty impressive. I still think it's a sight to be seen. And as far as Shador goes, listen, Cleveland is not a quarterback. They're not one player away from being a contender. So I would say give Shador the entire offseason, an entire mini camp, an entire training camp, and give him a shot next year. Because like I said, I mean, they're not one player away. They're not one quarterback away. They need years of rebuilding. See what you got with Shador, and if it works out for him, great. You don't have to spend any extra draft capital. But if it doesn't, then listen, we seen the meme of that Cleveland Browns jersey with all those 30 quarterbacks on the back of the name. If it don't work out for him, you could just add him on to the list. But I say just go with him and hope for the best. But because like I said, you ain't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players away from contending. You should be in full rebuild mode right now.
I agree 1,000%, man. 1,000%. Get a kid a chance. What else you got to lose? Yeah. I'm not even mad if you bring Kevin Stefanski back. You know what I mean? He was put in a tough situation. The quarterback he picked didn't work. The GM somewhat did. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But they can't keep that full QB room next year, no matter what they do. No. Dillon or Sanders, one got to go. That's just too much confusion going on right there, man. It divides the fan base, man. Even in our comments, we got half of the people saying, oh, it's great for Shedeur, and the other half saying, well, Dylan Gabriel didn't throw that many picks. Yeah. You was going to say something about that, Rose?
No, I was about to say, I think Kevin Stefanski doesn't want to come back. So
facts.
That's what I believe. I don't think he wants to sit up there. I don't think he wants to. For some reason, he doesn't want to deal with coaching Shedeur. Not to say it's a problem or anything, or he'll have to do anything extra or anything like that. It seems like he doesn't want to deal with it. He's not into helping him develop as a quarterback or any of that, which is weird because he was willing to sit up there and work with Dylan. So I'm not gonna lie. So it's kind of weird. But they say people around the league is thinking that they'll be like a mutual thing where both of them want to part ways with each other, and they say a lot of teams is hoping that it happens because a lot of teams got him on their radar to go ahead and get a job. So it's crazy.
Wow, watch my Giants go and hire him. What? If I were Stefanski, I wouldn't mind that job because, you got Dart right there, but maybe he doesn't want to be around. I guess around the whole Shedeur conversation. I guess the noise. I guess that comes with coaching Shedeur Sanders. Maybe he doesn't want any part of that. Whether it was his decision or not to draft them, it's a moot point. Right now the season's over, but I'll tell you what, this crazy rumors out there about should Dion come coach a team. I say absolutely not. I mean,
I say absolutely.
No,
it's the Cleveland Browns. What?
Right. I'm nobody expecting
to win. Yeah, ain't nobody expecting to win no championships in Cleveland next year.
Right.
That's just.
That'd be damn good TV, man, if they did.
I mean, it definitely would. I mean, shit.
Just hire Dion and just hire coordinators. Do the same thing Colorado did. That's what Colorado did.
Exactly. A couple games with some big implications just went down. One of them, the Atlanta Falcons versus New Orleans Saints. No, neither one of these teams are getting in, but it had implications on Tampa Bay and Carolina Panthers. And by the Atlanta Falcons winning, barely. This came down to the wire. I was actually thinking that the Saints was going to pull it off, but the Atlanta Falcons get the win. The Carolina Panthers are in the playoffs. Rose, these are your Falcons. How'd you feel about this game and picking up the win?
First off, congratulations, Carolina, for making the playoffs, but I just want them to know this don't got nothing to do with them. On top of that, I get it that they playoff ties was tied into us winning. It don't got nothing to do with that. Just know when we go against the Saints every time, I don't care if we haven't won a game all year. I know it's 2 games that we got to win, and that's the one against New Orleans in Atlanta and at New Orleans. That's just how it is. So, I was nervous when we won. Just winning these last couple games, especially the one against the Rams.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna save somebody, but thank God it did not save nobody. So, that's what I was nervous about. But yeah, I think the Falcons are good. Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson. You just need a quarterback for real. I don't know if Michael Penix Anderson, maybe he is. I think he's 26, 27. It's kind of hard to go ahead and put money on somebody like that at that age. For them to learn how to develop. The defense is great. I think the pieces that the last GM drafted was he did good on that part of the ball. I think the Saints, Tyler Shuck does look good as a quarterback. He looks good compared to like when he first started. So I think they should probably roll with him just for
they gotta
one
roll
more
with
year.
Yeah,
Just one more year. So
that high pick, they
give him a
gotta roll with
chance.
him, man.
Yeah.
they in a similar situation from Cleveland. Like I said, they not 1, 2, 3, or 4 players away. So you got a young prospect. I mean, he looked good like the last month of the season. I say roll with him and look. Forget about wins and losses next year. If you got a good prospect and he continues to develop, then you got something to work with right there. But I say stick with him. But in regards to the Falcons, though, I'm sure we saw the breaking news. Raheem Morris is out. I
got it queued up and ready. Fired.
Out of here. I mean, that's gotta suck though. You win what? They 2 weeks in a row. They won the last couple of games. They beat the Rams last week, and then they beat their rivals Saints. I mean, 8-9, not the greatest records, but a few injuries here and there. They got to get the quarterback situation, sorted out. But it's like, damn, we still want you out of here. I mean, we'll see. So Rose, I mean, you like, was this the right decision? And if it was, like, who do you see? Like, what do they need as the guy to lead the Falcons going forward?
What do they need? They need somebody. I'm not gonna lie, man. First off, it's not even Raheem Morris. He had times where he messed up like clock managing and stuff like that. Like as a head coach, it definitely gave me PTSD because I remember a head coach. I can't think of him right now. He had terrible clock management, and like. I remember it was the one before. It was the one before we went to the Super Bowl. So he had terrible clock management. So him having this thing, I was like, "Oh no, he got to go." So the fact that he did that,
and they got rid of the GM too, right?
Yeah.
They cleaned house.
Yeah, they cleaned house. Zach Taylor, Zach Robinson, the offensive coordinator, he had to go. He clearly had to go. I feel like at this point. Man, you need somebody who can just sit up there and who can you need a quarterback. You need a quarterback whisperer. You need somebody who can sit up there and just actually develop a quarterback. I say an offensive coordinator. I say bring in a good defensive coordinator. Let our offensive coordinator be the head coach. Let him run the offense. I say let him bring in whatever quarterback he wants to bring in, whether it be this year. It's probably not going to be in the draft this year because we don't have a first round pick. But our next year, whatever, or even if they want to work with Penix and see what Penix got. Kirk Cousins is definitely probably going to get cut. That's I'm probably happy about that. Kyle Pitts, I don't know what's going to happen to him. Maybe he might get traded, but one thing for sure, I thought I had to wait till tomorrow, but Arthur told me, nah, you can go to sleep tonight because he out of there.
He out of there.
So it was definitely like a surprise on my phone that it happened because it said he's out of there. And then like I want to say 5 minutes after that, the GM got fired too. And I think the GM got fired because of the Michael Penix pick, to be honest. Definitely. Just because like with a pick like that, it has to be like knock out of the park.
And don't forget the owner's reaction when y'all drafted Penix. Like but that was like because remember you had just signed Kirk Cousins. I remember that interaction on ESPN. I'm like, damn, we seeing this live. He getting chewed out right there. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I just spent $100 million on Kirk Cousins out here, and you taking
he was trying to explain
a 25-year-old quarterback. Are you out of your damn mind? Like,
and that's when he put his job on the line right there.
Yeah.
And like I said, when you drafted Michael Penix, it had to be like a home run. And it's not a home run pick right now. It could have been a pick that sets us back, especially not having a first round pick. But yeah, I'm pretty happy.
I'll tell you right now, like I know there's gonna be more coach firings coming up, but
Yeah.
looking at the Falcons roster right now, and they finished 8-9, you can make an argument this might be the best head vacancy available for any aspiring head coaches right now. Like I said,
Potential.
I mean, we got more. I mean, look, you got two-headed.
It's funny
running back.
you say that because I think the Giants is the best vacant.
Look, you guys are way closer and further down the line than us. Listen, you got Bijan and Tyler Algier at your running backs. Kyle Pitts, I think, still pretty good.
Yeah.
You got Drake London. You got a solid defense. So like I said, and you're in the NFC South. That division, you could go from worst to first, like in no. The Panthers just made the playoffs, winning 8 games. They just won the damn. They in the playoffs going 8-9 right now, and I feel like the Buccaneers are gonna take a step back next year. You don't know, like, is this the last we've seen of Mike Evans? You don't know. I mean, over a decade, you never know. Like, do they move on from him? They drafted Ibuka last year, so does Ibuka move up to number 1? Do they move on from Mike Evans? We'll see. And I'm sorry, like Baker Mayfield. I mean, he played horrible the last month of the season. That's why, like, I'm sorry, he's the reason number 1 why they're not going to the playoffs right now. I'm pretty sure Todd Bowles is going to get fired. Like, we'll see tomorrow. He should get fired, and you know what? I would go like the Robert Saleh route, like go back to being a defensive coordinator, like for a championship team. Maybe that's best his suit. Like maybe him and Raheem Morris as well. But I say the Falcons is the number 1 job right now.
I ain't gonna lie. I think the Giants is just with Jackson Dart, Scatterbo,
Abdul Carter. I mean,
Robinson, Carter. The defense seems like it's okay. It's just like the offense wasn't healthy. I think the Giants. The only reason why I put Atlanta above the Giants is because it's New York. And New York comes with pressure.
Right.
New York just comes with extra pressure.
That's pressure, man.
Yeah.
Well, now that the season is at an ending, we know there are 2 finalists left for MVP. That would be Drake May and Matthew Stafford. Let me get y'all prediction. Who is this year's NFL MVP? Rose, who you got?
Not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna go with Matthew Stafford. I think this would be perfect just for him to just go ahead. Hopefully the Rams can just go through the playoffs. Hopefully he can get his MVP. Play in his last Super Bowl or whatever. I mean, I think this year is the easiest time for them to go ahead and go win one. And if he gets the MVP, wins Super Bowl, I don't see him playing next year. Definitely. I see him.
You go out with the Super Bowl and the MVP. What better way to retire than that, man? What better way? Who you got, bro? Drake May or Matthew Stafford?
I know Stafford finished the season kind of on a shaky run. Like, I mean, lost 2 out of his last 3, lost that pivotal game against the Seahawks when they were fighting for the division right there, and then losing last week to the Falcons the way that they did. I mean, they were down 17, they came back, but they lost in the end. I mean, I know they beat the Cardinals today, but I mean, they're on the road in Carolina, and I call it right now, don't be shocked if Carolina beats the Rams the second time this year in that first round matchup. I mean, we'll see. But I mean, dude, look at these numbers: 42 touchdowns, 8 interceptions for Matt Stafford. This is crazy. In what year? Like over a decade plus in the league, and you can make an argument this might have been his best overall season. I mean, I honestly think if he'll win the MVP, and if he goes on a magical run and wins the Super Bowl, like, I mean, I would put him, he's top 10 of all time quarterbacks easily. I would elevate him over Drew Brees. There's a conversation to elevate him over Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion. I say over Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, like, listen, he could be a 2-time Super Bowl champ, now has an MVP on his resume. I mean, he has all the stats and everything. I mean, as far as like talent-wise, like he's always been up there, but I think I still give it to Stafford, even despite the shaky end of the season. And, you know, I don't know why, gut feeling, I kind of feel like this is his last hurrah right here. You know, I win or lose, like I kind of feel like he's done everything in his career, you know, like everything that he could do, you know. I say he wins the MVP, and I think regardless of the outcome of the playoffs, I think he's going to call it a career afterwards.
I'm going with y'all. Clean sweep. Matthew Stafford for the win. But don't be surprised because this is a business and they want to build the future. So putting that MVP on Drake May could set him up because they want their next Tom Brady in New England. Because that was such a great market for so many years when they was winning. Don't be surprised that they pull that move. But in my heart and statistically, Matthew Stafford all day. Now we go from greats to not so great as the Las Vegas Raiders acquire the number 1 pick in the draft and is set to be Mendoza. And they won the game today. Idiots. But I don't think it mattered. I don't remember how it went. But anyway, they get the number 1 pick. Mendoza to the Raiders. Does it make a huge difference, Bob, bro?
I mean, when you look at the damn quarterbacks they've had the few years, I think it does. I mean, shoot, did we not just see what Mendoza did against Alabama? Boots to asses, like from first whistle to last whistle. They ran him off the field. And I'm looking at all the quarterback prospects coming right now. He's the most polished. He's the most day one NFL ready prospect right now. I mean, he brings a level of poise and just, I think exactly what the Raiders need. I mean, of course, are they one quarterback away from turning around? No, but the division, it's going to be a funny division, the AFC West going forward, because, I mean, yeah, they beat the Chiefs today, and, like, you don't know how – you got to see how Patrick comes back from the ACL surgery a year from now. I mean, you got, Bo Nix, I know he had a good season, but, he could – I feel like he could do a complete 180, depends on his growth right there, and yeah, like, listen, they're easily the worst team in the division right now, but it starts with the quarterback, and I think right now, like, Mendoza should be a lock for the number 1 overall pick for the Raiders. It makes all the sense in the world, and then you go from there. Yeah, I think you could put it a lock. You could put it in ink that Mendoza will be the number 1 pick next year.
You feel the same way, Rose? He's gonna make a huge difference.
Yeah, I think he is. You got Brock Bowers, you got Ashton Genty. It's just a bunch of offensive weapons on you basically just need a quarterback to build on from there. Like, you need a quarterback that can give Brock Bowers the ball. You need a quarterback that can actually just sit there and just actually manage the games and stuff like that. I get Geno Smith. He probably was put in as a game manager and stuff like that. But to be honest, like, he has plays where he just makes crazy, like, decisions. And he's too old for that. And if you're going to go through that, you might as well get a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And, like, Fernando just carries himself. He carries himself like a pro. Every time
he reminds me of like a Tim Tebow, but plays a lot better.
Yeah, he reminds me of like a Spanish Cody Rhodes.
Hey,
like for wrestling fans, like he's just like he's like even after the game, he was like big ups to Alabama. They're a great program. They're a great school. Those guys are great players over there. But however, we were just a better team today. And I came out here and played with my brothers. And He gave his MVP to the offensive lineman. Like, that's crazy. Like, like, that's what type of person you need on your team. And I'm not gonna lie, if I'm the Raiders, I have to think about, if I'm Mark Davis, I have to think about, do I see Pete Carroll building my team back up?
Facts.
And I know that's crazy, but do you really think Pete Carroll's in it to build the team back up? Because, I mean, Pete Carroll is he's up there. Like, he does, like, of course he does seem like he's not that old at all because he's active or whatever, but, like, he did bring Geno Smith on for a reason, even though they didn't have a quarterback. He still brought him on for a reason. So,
Bro, it's Vegas. He's the listen. Him taking the job in Vegas is perfect for him. He's like these old performers and singers who take up them
like a
residencies.
vacation.
Yeah, no, not even that. Like he's like these old performers that take up residencies in like Vegas, like in these old little theaters. Like they play the old hits and
like
whatnot.
a retiree.
Exactly.
That's what.
Exactly. He's he got that tenure in there in Vegas. Like that's his little arena in that big Death Star Reliance Stadium, what they got going on right there. So he whoever you get the coach for right there, it's gonna be a struggle going forward. But damn, you said Spanish. You said Spanish Cody.
He is. Look at him. He just looks like a senator. If you put him like on a
white meat baby face right here, man.
Right. If you put him on a graphic, like a MSNBC graphic where they done won a politician race and that picture popped up, it wouldn't be no difference.
Right.
It wouldn't be no difference.
Let me know. Charlie Kirk at QB.
I mean, he looked like Cody. Remember Cody? Like his natural hair color.
A little bit. Well, we know Vegas, the church boy is heading to Sin City, but let's take a look at the rest of these picks. New York Jets number 2, Arizona Cardinals 3, Tennessee Titans still up there at 4 after taking the number 1 pick last year. Barbros Giants, the Cleveland Browns at 6, Washington Commanders at 7, Saints at 8, Kansas City Chiefs at 9. That's going to be a big pick right there. And number 10 rounds out Cincinnati Bengals. Anything stand out to you guys about this draft lineup?
I'll tell you right now. First off, 2 things. Number 1, I love that my Giants decide, let's play our best football the last month of the year, get 2 meaningless wins. And now we not even number 2. We down to number 5. That's great. You know what I'm going to say right now? Gut feeling. I think, listen, we always see that one prospect during the combine or these these workouts at the universities that's gonna jump up the draft board. Like their stock is gonna just go on an all-time high. Like it'll be like an okay player that just when we get closer to the draft is just gonna skyrocket. Whoever that player is, I hope our GM and our owner is paying attention. And I'm looking around the the whispers around the league. I'm keeping my ear open, like who's talking about such and such player. We hold that number 5 pick right now. I would not be against trading back in the draft, getting multiple draft capital. I guarantee you someone's going to reach for a quarterback at that number 5 spot. They always do. And here's the thing. I'm looking at the top 10 right now. None of these top 10 teams, I mean, with the exception of Vegas at number 1 and probably the Jets at number 2, though, I think those 2 are locks to take quarterbacks 1 and 2. We'll see with the Cardinals at number 3, like whether they're going to do a Kyler Murray. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut him or try to trade him as well. It could be quarterbacks the first 3 picks right there. That 4th or 5th rated quarterback in the draft, do not be surprised if a team outside the top 10 tries to jump up to take that quarterback. Giants should be listening. And if it's a team that has multiple picks in the second round, we swap first rounders, take a couple of their second rounders as well. I would be all for that. I say at this point at 5, I would be all for trading back because we always see it in every draft. Like someone is going to get desperate that needs a quarterback outside the top 10. You know what? Don't be surprised if Dallas. Because think about it, they didn't play Dak today. They played Joe Milton today, and he didn't look too great. So don't be surprised. I think he has 1 more year on his deal. Do they look for a quarterback in this first round to move on from Dak? Or are you going to give him another 5-year, $300 million deal just to not make it to the playoffs or be a one-and-done team? So, I mean, they just released Trayvon
Diggs.
They just released Trayvon Diggs. So that could be a sign that are they about to go into rebuilding mode right now, which is kind of crazy. They gave up them first round picks to bring on Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson. So we'll see with Dallas, but I mean, there's going to be a desperate team that's going to try to trade up for a quarterback. I say Giants should trade back.
Definitely. Anything stands out on you about this top 10 list, Rose?
I think it's going to be very interesting to see what the number 9 and number 10 pick is going to be. I think Kansas City Chiefs, it's going to be interesting to see if they make a pick at number 9. I think I think at this point they kind of have to. They have to pick somebody to like bring in some type of Ravens just scored 16-13. They have to pick somebody to bring in some type of new blood into Kansas City. So
they need O-line help. Listen,
they need O-line
they
help.
finished that year with both their tackles out, and I'm sorry, like, listen, Mahomes is coming back from that torn ACL next year. He needs that O-line help right there. But then also, I think Travis Kelce played his final game today. I think he's retiring.
Yeah,
like, I mean, because I think he should have done it after the Super Bowl against the Eagles. I understand they got blown out. He didn't want to go out like that, but you're going out in a worse spot right now. You're not even going to the playoffs, and the rest of the division is getting better. And I think the Chiefs are taking 1, 2, 3 steps backwards right there. You see, like, if you didn't know how important Patrick Mahomes was to the success of the Kansas City Chiefs, you found out this past month.
Now
you can't just,
right.
I mean, and they need O-line help badly.
Somebody else that need O-line help is Cincinnati. Cincinnati don't always need O-line help. Defense. They need something. I wouldn't be surprised if they take this number 10 pick, trade back for multiple picks just so they can make multiple picks in the draft and get multiple players to put on the team, because they need pieces at defense. I mean, Hendrickson is not going to do it by himself.
Is he even going to be back? Didn't he only sign a 1-year deal?
He only got a 1-year deal.
That's so like, he about to be.
He might be gone.
And I'm gonna say something right now. You just said that the Bengals need pieces on defense. You know what? I'm sorry. They got to break up that duo. I think T. Higgins might be a trade target from the Bengals, because I'm sorry. Like, you had both those guys. Cool. Guess what? You 6-11. You need O-line help. You need pieces on the defense. And T. Higgins, I think, could get you another draft pick and maybe a couple of defensive pieces on another team right there. So I would say, you know what, man, shit. I wouldn't be mad if the Giants call up the Bengals like, yo, give us T. Higgins. We'll give you Kayvon Thibodeau and another late draft pick. I mean, they need, if you could bring Kayvon onto your team and line him up opposite Trey Hendrickson, re-up him. Like, you got 2 bookend defensive ends right there. We don't really need them. We just drafted Abdul Carter, who I think will have a good sophomore year going forward. I think don't be surprised to hear like trade buzz around T. Higgins name this upcoming offseason.
The one thing that stands out to me about this top 10 list, like you were saying, a lot of these teams, they need a lot of things to be competitive. There's one team, and people may think I'm crazy when I say this, at number 6, if the Cleveland Browns end up taking Carnell Tate from Ohio State, that instantly makes that offensive almost as good as the defense, because you got Carnell, you could keep Judy, you got Isaiah Bond, you still got Harold Fannin Jr. He's going to be outstanding next year. You got a running back in Juckins. If you could just maybe sign some offensive linemen and free agency, pick up a few maybe in the draft later on. The Cleveland Browns, don't sleep on them. They fire Stefanski, get a good coach, get Carnell Tate from Ohio State. Playoffs can be in their future as soon as next year.
Whoa. We talking about Ohio State receivers. You're going to take Carnell Tate. Like, is Jeremiah Smith available for this draft?
He a sophomore.
Right, okay, I'm about to say, okay, I remember. Yeah,
one more year.
So, Carnell Tate, okay. But, yeah, like, I'll crazy prediction next year, Jeremiah Smith will be a top 5 pick next year.
For sure.
Sure. Oh, man.
Sure. Definitely is. He too good.
Yeah, but good. No, Carnell Tate.
I'm not gonna be surprised. One of the teams that might be desperate for a quarterback they'll trade up is Miami.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be fun seeing this coaching carousel, because Mike McDaniel, he looked out the way too.
Well, we're gonna see so many quarterbacks like potentially get released. Like we talked about, like Kyler Murray. I mean, I think he's done in Arizona. I think he gets cut. I think Tua gets cut. What the Falcons might, I think we said Perk Cousins is going. No, Perk Cousins. Perk Cousins. Mike Penix. We don't know. I tell you what, do not be on the lookout for Dallas. Like I said, I think Dak is literally coming up in his last year. I don't think they can't franchise him anymore. So it's like,
I think they would trade him.
who 1 year on what 60 mil on a $60 million cap.
But I think whoever would trade for him, you gonna make another deal with him.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think. I think whoever trade for him, you'll sign him for another deal.
Definitely.
I don't know who though. That's it could be Miami.
You know what? I mean, listen, like
Miami.
Dak is like the farthest reason why the Cowboys are not in the playoffs, in my opinion. You put Dak with those offensive weapons in Miami. I mean, with a healthy Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle,
he gone.
Who?
Tyreek.
You think he's gone?
I think Tyreek gone. I think they go. I think they'll. I don't know because if they get rid of Mike McDaniel and Tua, maybe they can get him to stay. Maybe they can get him to stay.
We shall see. One thing I wanted to talk about. I was covering the game live. My Detroit Lions defeated those little Chicago Cubs. Bears, whatever. They beat the Bears. And, I'm celebrating and whatnot. And people are like, oh, enjoy your holiday in Cancun. You guys will be on a vacation. Let me tell you something, Bears fans. I know we didn't make the playoffs, but the last two teams you just played and lost to, us and Minnesota, did not make the playoffs. And 2 weeks prior to that, you only won by one against those Las Vegas Raiders who have the number one pick. You are a smoke show. You will always be a smoke show. And ain't no hope for you in that first round. So fuck you, Bears. Sorry, man. I had to vent.
we all been there. Trust me. Listen, we all together this offseason. We all Cancun Cancun on 3 over here. It's funny, especially with this group right here. Besides me and Rose, everyone else is Lions fans, so we all in the same pit of despair right now. So it's gonna be a long off season. Hey, listen, at least you got your Pistons. I got my Knicks. So basketball season.
That's the Eastern Conference Finals right there. That's the Eastern Conference Final right there.
I got the Spurs doing good. So
definitely. Any last thoughts for this NFL regular season before we get out of here?
I say this right now. I know the game is ongoing right now. The Ravens are up 17-13 over the Steelers. I do not care that DK missing the last 2 games of the season because he threw that punch at that fan. I do not care about that circumstance. If the Steelers lose tonight and miss the playoffs, I don't care. Mike Tomlin should be fired. I'm sorry because I am tired of hearing about the standard about Steelers football about it's another winning season. He's never had a losing season. Who gives a shit? You are in the worst spot you could be. You are mediocre. You are not bad enough for a top 10 pick, but you're not good enough where you're competing for Super Bowls. You keep just going in the same circle of mediocrity, and you just keep getting retreads at quarterback. It was trying to get Mitchell Trubisky, and now it's like Aaron Rodgers. It was Russell Wilson also last year. Like, they need to know when to hit the reset button, and it might be right now. It's the coach, it's the quarterback. They should be looking to upgrade right now. And like I said, you went on the road to your rival in Cleveland last week, and what? You saw the game. And what? They only scored 3-6 points in a must-win situation against Cleveland. I know they got top 10, top 5 defense, but it don't matter. Like, on the road against Cleveland, you got embarrassed right there. And now you might lose to the Ravens, in which Lamar's for his standards, he's had a horrible season. He's been injured for like half the year. They stood afloat, and their defense is terrible, and you only put 13 points on the board at home in a Sunday night football game in a do-or-die situation. I don't care about him not having a losing season in his tenure. Dude, what are you telling your fan base? Is that, we're having winning records? No, this is the Steelers. It should be Super Bowl or bust every year. And if you stay with Tomlin, you're telling your fan base that no, that's not your priority right now. It's just to be how do you say, just to be competitive, just to be not terrible. That's what the message you're sending. I don't care the circumstances about DK Metcalf being suspended. Like, if you lose two do-or-die games in which you had to win one to make the playoffs against 2 back-to-back division rivals, you got to be fired. I'm sorry.
Let's not speak too soon because they driving and they look like they getting in position to score here and take the lead. But Rose, if that did happen, I know your Falcons would take Mike Tomlin in a heartbeat.
Yep, definitely would. Definitely would take Mike Tomlin. I ain't gonna lie, one last thing. Tomorrow, it's gonna be a lot of fired coaches. There's gonna be a lot of fired coaches tomorrow. A lot of people gonna get cleared out. I think Kevin Stefanski will get fired. I think whoever loses this game will be fired because if John Harbaugh loses this game, what's the? I think it's more reason for him to get fired. You got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry for 2 years. You haven't done nothing. The defense is terrible. There's no reason why they should be giving up this much yardage at all. Is the receivers are not Zay Flowers is okay, I guess. Other than
Bateman is a bust. Let's call it right now. Rashad Bateman is a bust. He's not even playing tonight. It's first and goal from the 5 for the Steelers, so that they might about to take the lead. But,
the only receivers I say you do got is Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. Sometimes
I think Likely's gone. I think if he's a free agent this upcoming year, he's going to get some big money on the free agency market. I'm sorry, Mark Andrews. He cost in the playoffs last year in Buffalo with that drop 2-point conversion. So he don't play good at big games. So you know what I say? Hey, whoever loses the game, the head coach should be fired.
Yeah, whoever loses gonna be fired tomorrow. Basically, and it's not gonna be a fire. It's gonna be they agree to depart the usual way.
Same result. You ain't got no job.
You ain't got no job, Tommy.
Yeah, it's gonna be that. So I can't wait.
NFL season is in the books. We're going to be covering the entire playoffs. We have predictions later on this week, probably Wednesday or Thursday. Look forward to that. But till then, it's been real. NFL regular season in the books. It's your boy AB from DET.
It's your boy bro for the NYC.
It's your boy Rose at He Just Funny.
You guys been tuned in to the Holy Shhh Sports Podcast. See you tomorrow. Peace.
Out.